welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and I love all things reading because reading is what? It's fundamental, as RuPaul says. I'm gonna be bringing you a little bit of a reading vlog for this video. I am still not feeling the best and I had to cancel plans today, which I feel terrible about because every time I try to do something, I get extremely tired and I fall asleep for like 3 to 4 hours. So I'm hoping that wears off pretty soon. But I do want to take part in some reading sprints this weekend. I know that there is something called Bookopolython, I believe, this weekend, and there's a whole bunch of sprints that are going on. And Gavin over at How to Train Your Gavin is also hosting reading sprints, I believe, with Alexandra today. So I'm hoping to have a book-filled day today. I am still on Book Lovers. I do have a couple of other books that I do want to get to. I am a very slow reader, so I may only get to a couple of books today and over the weekend, but it is the long weekend, so hopefully I'll get a little bit extra time to be able to read within the next 3 days or so. Before I go any further, make sure if you haven't already to hit the subscribe button. It super helps out the channel, and hit the like button if you haven't done so already. I think I'm gonna go and grab a drink, possibly a snack. I'm gonna turn some reading sprints on, and I'll see you guys real soon. All right, so it is my first check-in. I have been reading up a little bit of A Storm this afternoon. It is now around 7:30, I think. I just tuned into Gavin and Alex's live stream for the reading sprints. So that is what I'm going to be doing as of right now. But again, holding myself accountable, I just wanted to make sure to check in. I am on page 237, so I've read almost 100 pages. Not gonna lie, my eyes want to close pretty much on a minute-by-minute basis. But yeah, I really want to finish this book because there is another book that I do want to get to by the end of the weekend. So this book is still really good. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I am really loving Charlie, especially in this book, or Charles, I guess. Yeah, Nora is completely fine. She's kind of more of the big city kind of all business kind of gal, and Charlie, I want to say, is still kind of like that, but he's definitely just happy and helping out family in his little town of Sunshine Falls, which just seems very cozy to me. So I'm on chapter 22, and this book has 373 pages, so I've only got about 120 pages to go. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to finish this by the end of the night. I did just make myself a tea. It's not decaffeinated, so I'll be up until all hours of the night, but I probably would be anyways. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I've got about 120 pages more to go, and then I will be starting my next book. Alright guys, so it is 1:40 a.m. I just finished Book Lovers, so exciting. I was able to get it all done technically in one day. I am very, as you can hear, very hoarse at the moment. I'm hoping I'm getting over this cold at this point. I have been popping lozenges like they are going out of style. I'm gonna give Book Lovers 4 stars. I definitely liked People We Meet on Vacation the best out of the Emily Henry books that I have read. I didn't read any of her YA stuff. I didn't even know that that was a thing before this week. But I did really enjoy this book. I will say that I wasn't a huge fan of Nora's sister for the longest time. but in the last 100 pages, I figured out why she was vital to the story. I thought that the way the story kind of wrapped itself up was done extremely well. There was just a little bit in the middle where I felt like there was really nothing substantial happening. So really liked the beginning, really loved the end. I loved the end. And then just kind of mediocre in the middle. So that's why I'm giving it 4 stars. I'm not going to go any more in depth just because it is a new release and I want to make sure that I give people enough time to be able to read it themselves before hopping on here to see anybody else's thoughts on it. But 4 stars for sure. I am going to bed. I think I'm hopefully going to get on a little bit of a better sleep schedule tonight, fingers crossed. But my next book that I'm going to be reading, I've chose The Maid. This is by Nita Prose. This was recommended on Rochelle and Donna's, I want to say March wrap up, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it was though. This is a book that I had originally gotten back from Book of the Month, either in February or March. This is a thriller book and it's all set in a hotel setting. So I'm excited about that. I was actually thinking about rewatching the Murder, She Read Readathon videos. I will have those linked down below in case you missed it from Abby or Heather or Nina. But I'm thinking that I might actually do that for another dedicated video. So this might be one of the books that I use, but I don't know how I would read it for this one and then do it next time. So we'll see how it goes. I do have a ton of thrillers on my shelf, so this one will probably just be for this one. But I'm excited to get to this one. This is actually under 300 pages as well, so I should be able to complete it tomorrow, fingers crossed. I think the only thing that I'm really doing is just popping over to the drugstore and or not really going in, but I'm just doing a drive-through pickup of my prescription and just doing some laundry. So I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to drink some hot water with some lemon, and yeah, hopefully Sunday will be a great day. Happy Sunday, friends. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I am still not feeling great. I woke up with an even raspier voice, so I haven't been able to film anything, and to be perfectly honest, I woke up at 6 in the morning. I was up for like an hour and I thought I would just kind of doze back off, and I didn't wake up until 11:30. So that's how my Sunday is going of a long weekend. I'm not mad about it, totally fine. I do have some water and I have some medication that I was able to pick up this morning as well. I just kind of went through some YouTube videos that were just posted this morning and I wanted to watch those before I kind of started my day. So I have not picked up The Maid as of yet. That is the only thing that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. I did my laundry earlier as well while I was doing all of my YouTube catch up. So everything is out of the way. Literally the only thing that I have to do today is read. So as soon as I have an update, I'll probably read the first 50 to 100 pages before I update. But yeah, let's just have a super chill Sunday. All right, you guys, so it's around 5 o'clock. I have read up to page 73, so this is how far I am in the book as of right now. I didn't realize that it was broken down into days, so I wanted to finish the first day before I gave an update. First and foremost, I think this artwork is like super beautiful. It just gives me a very like fancy Great Gatsby kind of atmosphere in my mind for some reason, even though this is a kind of current day story. So far we are following Molly the maid, and she kind of gets, I don't want to say teased about her name, but there are definitely comments made. And so we're kind of just finding out who she is as a person. I think this first day gives you a really good kind of overall synopsis of who Molly is as a person. She is definitely quirky. She's kind of socially awkward. And in my mind, I'm thinking that she could potentially be on the spectrum. She seems to have OCD kind of qualities, and because of the social aspects, I don't know if there might be something there. But she was also really close with her grandmother, who passed away 9 months ago, and she's still kind of in the same routine. Even when she goes to the apartment that they shared, she still calls out to her grandmother because it's just what she had always done. So the murder of Mr. Black has happened. That's no spoiler because that's literally what the whole book is based on. So I have about another 200 pages to go. I'm not gonna lie, this hasn't gripped me as exciting as of right now. That's probably going to change. It's just probably a bit more of a slow burn than I'm used to. I am invested in the story. I do like Molly as a character. There are a couple of other characters that have been introduced that I'm kind of intrigued by. The hotel manager is one. The Cheryl person, who's like the housekeeping manager, I believe, is another. She's taking this murder very hard, and I'm not 100% sure as to why, because she's not the one who walked in on the body. So I don't know if the author, who is Canadian, by the way, I don't know if she's kind of just planting seeds to make you think that it might be this person. So I'm looking forward to the actual twists in the book. So far, so good. I will probably update you when I'm more like halfway through, just to kind of give you some thoughts about the first half of the book. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am not gonna lie to you guys, it is now Monday, and I only read the up until where I told you yesterday. Where was that? Chapter 6. Yeah, I'm still on Tuesday. I have just like been completely knocked out by what I've got right now, and I slept for a very long time. I woke up at 6 this morning, took a shower, and then I did kind of like a leave something on the door step kind of thing for Marketplace. I sold a bunch of my books, and I came home and I literally took like an 8-hour nap. So I don't know what's going on, to be fair, but I'm definitely reading right now. The next day is about 60 pages or so, if not a little less. So I'm hoping to get through at least a couple of days in the book today. This isn't a very long book. It's less than 300 pages. And I already have something in mind for what I want to read after this. So this is my main goal for today. I'm probably just going to make some dinner because I am starving, because I just woke up and it's like 4 o'clock. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted, and I will talk to you soon. Reading update. I am on page 161, so I'm about halfway through, as you can kind of see. I'm now on Thursday. Yeah, so I'm on Thursday. It's about 7 o'clock right now. I'm still enjoying it. This Molly the maid, man, she is just the most naive little tart that I ever did see, really. So there's some relationships in here, or some people in here that she's thinking that she has better relationships with than she actually does. The commentary on here is kind of coming off as they are almost making a joke out of her because she is so naive. But I am still liking it. I do enjoy that she keeps referencing her grandma I will keep saying it until the end of time that my grandma was the best person in the world. So when she's referencing little things, I just came across an area where they were talking about little Swarovski crystals and little figures and everything, and my grandma was that curio cabinet old lady. So I definitely just reminders flood back with those kinds of things, which was kind of nice. I've never really saw that or read about it in a novel, so I kind of liked that I was able to put the two together. So yeah, I'm on chapter 15 as of right now. I think most of the days are around 60 to 70 pages, so I'm not 100% sure on how many days left there are, probably only a couple. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of get through the rest of this. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Oh, this last one, I don't know, maybe no, actually, let me just see. So Thursday is quite a busy day, so it goes all the way from page 161 to 256. So this is the next day. I am going to try to finish this today. Hopefully I'll be able to start a new book at the beginning of the week, but this is what the plan is as of right now. And I'll give you an update as soon as I'm finished. Hello everyone, it is now midnight. Or just after midnight a little bit. I am very much enjoying this book. I only have a very small bit to go. I'm on chapter 22. I'm on page 215. Oh man, I'm still having a really hard time catching my breath for some reason. Yeah, holler for sickness. So this is the exact opposite of when I read the book of Cold Cases, where I liked the first half better in that book. I actually am really enjoying the second half of this book. The first little bit kind of felt very drawn out, and I understand that they have to build characters and that stuff is now coming into play in the second half, so I understand why they needed to do that. But now we are just clickety-clacking around, and I am having a ton of fun with Molly the Maid. This is probably, oh, there goes my bookmarks. This book is probably one of the most well-written books about just the most socially awkward person, and I don't know if I've really ever come across somebody character-wise that is exactly like this person. I think it's wonderful. Like, I know that this isn't a book all about representation, but for somebody, myself, some people might think that I'm an extrovert, but I really like being kind of like on my own, and I am kind of socially awkward if I'm not with people that I already know. And like, this chick speaks to me on so many levels, I should say. I'm really having a good time with it. So there's 285 pages, so I have around 70 pages left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it tonight just because, like I said, it is midnight. But I'm going to try to see if I can kind of clip through this at a fast pace. I'm not doing any audiobooks or anything, so that obviously would have sped up the process, but I am having a really great time consuming this just by the actual physical book. I did take the dust jacket off just so I didn't ruin it, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. Rochelle and Donna, great recommendation. Having so much fun with this one. As of right now, I'm going to rate this a 4-star. Just because the beginning was a little bit slow for me, but depending on how the ending kind of goes, yeah, it might be higher than that. But I'm liking the character development with Molly, and there is a character named Juan Manuel who I am also really enjoying. I think the rose-colored glasses are coming off a little bit for Molly, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. So I will update you guys tomorrow morning whenever I finish the book and have my final thoughts. Okay, friends, so I am finally finished with The Maid. I don't know why I'm saying finally. It literally only took me 3 days to read, which is really great for me for right now, because I think I'm finally getting out of my reading slump. So as predicted, I did give this one 4 stars. I stayed up until I think 2:30 last night, making sure that I was able to read the end of the book. I could not sleep because I wanted to make sure that I finished the book. That's just how I am. The last half of the book is definitely what I would say kind of intrigued me more. If the first half of the book had continued, I probably would have rated this a 3 or a 3.5. But the last probably 100 to 150 pages really gripped my interest. So really liked that. I will say that I don't think that the Friday or epilogue was really necessary. I think it kind of took away from the story a little bit. I really didn't need to know what happened several months later. Actually, no, Friday was fine. It was a chapter with like several months later and then the epilogue. I don't think that those were needed at all. I would have just kind of liked it if it was kind of left up to the imagination. I will say also that I thought that there may have been another twist with the character Juan Manuel. I'm glad that there wasn't, but I think that could have been something that the author could have potentially put in there. But that's just my own personal opinion. Again, it was like a 280 page book. It technically could have been probably 250 to 260 in my opinion, but again, it's always good to kind of see where the author saw the characters going. So really excited about this book. Again, this one was recommended by Rochelle and Donna over at the Daunties. So if you haven't checked them out, I will leave them linked below. I'm really excited about this. Let me just confirm. I have my little reading journal here. I just want to make sure that I haven't put anything else in my notes. Oh, Molly and Juan, I'm pretty sure that I had spoke about that previously, but I really enjoyed that storyline. And also Mr. Preston potentially being somebody more to Molly. I kind of feel like I didn't want it explored. I like that it was just kind of up to your own interpretation, but I liked that Nita Prose put that in there. So I really liked that. And again, it was just such... Man, Molly the maid, if I could make friends with somebody, that's who I would choose to make friends with. So really excited that I was able to finish that book. I'm going to leave the vlog here for now. I am doing another book. I've actually put a poll on my stories on Instagram to see what my next read should be. I've picked the Eve Brown book, which is book 3 in the Brown Sisters trilogy by Talia Hibbert. I've picked The Chain, I've picked a Murder, She Wrote book, and I've picked Talk Bookish to Me, which is kind of like a little fluffy novel. So I'm just waiting to see what the results are from there. But that will do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed kind of going through my little reading journey for the past week or so. If you have any other recommendations, let me know. I would like to read kind of more stories like The Maid, so if you have something similar, let me know. I believe my next video is going to be all about kind of book recommendations. I've been using the app Likewise for a little bit now, and I really like that people who are looking for recommendations can reach out to other readers and not just authors and looking on Goodreads and stuff. So I think I'm going to give some of my recommendations for that in my next video. But yeah, that'll do it for me today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again in my next video. Toodaloo!